Hello, people. Hello, people. Okay, enough of the smiling. I'm very sorry. I came late for my live session. Just imagine. Okay, I hold people accountable, and here I'm coming late for my live session. I'm very sorry, very sorry. Please, what will you guys do to me? What is my punishment? How do I make? How do I make it up for coming late for my live session? I'm very sorry. So what happened was, um, I usually do this by 7 a.m. here, which is 4 p.m. in Nigeria currently. And I was up the whole night. I was up till like 2:30 or 3 a.m. So I overslept, and that's totally on me. So I don't have any excuse. I'm sorry for joining or starting the live session late. This was not what I planned. Yes, yes, Zini, I came late. I came late. There is no excuse for me. I'm so sorry. Um, you people can give me punishment, and I will pay. I'm I'm deeply sorry for keeping you all waiting. I overslept. There is no excuse. I overslept. I was up late, and I also forgot to set an alarm. So that's what happened. Uh, okay. So today I'm going to be sharing something with you all. I'm still waiting for my punishment. Send it on the comments, and I will pay. Yes, I'll pay. I don't have any excuse. I don't have any excuse. I want to make it up. I want to take responsibility for my late coming. Yeah. Okay. So today I want to share something with you all, and come trying to get my camera to come to be reduced. Also, today I'm going to share something with you all, something very interesting, something that I really uh no punishment because you have apologized. So Zini, this is one of the things that kind of strikes me about our people. Apology is does not remove penance. I mean, in a justice system. Not, I know you can choose to forgive me and I appreciate it, but apology is one thing. Even feeling sorry, contrition, regret, remorse, very good. Expressing it, confession, very good. But all of this, no matter how genuine they are, both the remorse and the confession and the humility that comes with those, they should not or they do not remove they don't remove penance, restitution. If you steal my thing and you say sorry, you are sorry, but you have to return it, or you have to make up for it, or you have to pay for it, so that you balance the system. The system is always disturbed when there is injustice. The system is disturbed. The human system, the ecosystem is disturbed. Is There's an imbalance when there is injustice, when there is a misdeed. And that's why some people talk about karma will come and pay back and all that. That's really not my own view, but I just think that there is need for a penance, there is need for restitution when offense happens, so that it's not because you don't forgive, it's not because you did not forgive, it's not because you did not really love the person, it's not because the apology was not genuine. It's usually because it's meant to balance the system. It's meant to balance the ecosystem. And in the Catholic Church, for instance, when we go for confession, first there are three elements of confession. There is first the contrition, that you feel sorry for what you've done, that you really regret what you've done. And then there is the confession, that you pronounce it with your own lips. I confess that I did this and that and that. And then the third element will be penance, that you are held accountable for what you have done. So the priest representing Christ and the church will give you some things to do, maybe even to intensify your prayer, maybe to do some almsgiving, maybe to just observe something. So he will give you something to do that will hold you accountable, that will invite you to a different embodiment of your confession. And that's really usually cements it all. So yeah. Thank you, Sin. No, not Cindy. Zini. Thank you for quickly saying that. I hope that we and our people will continue to look at or imagine how in the social realm, when people offend, when people make mistakes, they can be held to an account in love. It's not really just to punish them, it's so that the system is balanced, so that people are held to be responsible for their actions, and that way justice is served and love goes round. Okay, Grace Wanko. Good evening. Let me see who I have here. This does not show me who is on live right now. Okay, I see it. Zini, I see. Good evening, Sochima, Gloria. I see Imelda. I see Grace Wankwo. Yes, Zini. All right, thank you, Zini. Gloria Nyechi, yeah, thank you for joining. So I'm quickly going to be sharing something very powerful, something very, very important with you all. And I have the permission to share that because my parish here registered for that. And actually, you have to be registered to be able to view it, and you have to pay. So I'm still thinking about how to get the access and share it with all of you so that you all can register and watch and have access to it free of charge. Um Ozuzu Chiamaka, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. And yeah, I'm doing well. So usually we wake up in the morning, Monday through Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We wake up and we go about our business. We are going to school, we are going to work, we are going to shop, we're doing something. Some people are not doing something actually. That's another talk for another day. But what is driving you? Why do you wake up every morning? Why do you keep showing up every morning? Why do you keep doing what you do every morning? Uh, you are really handsome. I must commend your parents. Who is this one? Oh, no comment. Anyway, thank you, Chamaka. I appreciate that. So I'm going to share this with you all, and the reason why I want to share this is because I've watched it and it was powerful, and I think I love you guys so much. I love you, my followers, and I cannot hide this from you. I want you to watch it as well. Um, the reason why I do what I do on Facebook is not for money, and I hope and I believe that a lot of people already know that. The reason why I do what I do is to touch lives, is to create an impact. It's to create an impact. It's not for money. No, no, no. It's not for money. It's to create an impact that will just go a long way to changing how we see things, how we approach life, how we live out our faith, our Christian faith. And you see that sometimes I'm not really concerned about are you Catholic or not. That's not my business. Holy Spirit is not Catholic, and I stand by that every day. God is not Catholic. Jesus is not Catholic. I was born Catholic. I love it. I would wish for everybody to join me and embrace and enjoy what I enjoy as a Catholic. But if you find peace and love and all that you need somewhere else, please, please, please go for it and enjoy it. but I will not insist or worry or argue with anybody about their faith. I just really, really think that we can all do so much good on this earth without the worry about where do you believe and who is your own who's your own pastor, or who's your own church leader and all that. So that's my personal belief. And yeah, okay, so let's show this video. All right, let's show this video. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay.
Life is totally amazing. You are on the ultimate journey right now. It's called your life. You know, from the moment you crash land into this planet, we're searching for something. We're searching for meaning, for answers, for love. We want to know what this is all about. You know, something we too often take for granted? Just getting to be here, to breathe right now, to experience. I mean, we look at those mountaintop experiences of life like that's what it's all about, you know, riding that wave, falling in love. But just getting to be is riding the ultimate wave. Every breath we take, just experiencing the air all around us right now, it's really kind of mind-blowing. But I tell you, it is a journey. You're going somewhere. You ever stop to think, you know, where am I going? Where's this journey taking me? What's all this about? What am I looking for from this life? So often we forget to search for answers to those questions that we need to actually be happy, to search for the ultimate answers to those fundamental questions about the meaning of life, about who you are, about what happens when you die, about what really makes life meaningful. That's what the search is all about. See, that deepest longing of our hearts for something more, for something better, for a life that's amazing, that longing has an answer. So, what do you seek? You are going to die. What a horrible way to start this whole thing. I mean, you can't avoid that. No one gets out alive. And if you've ever walked through a cemetery, you see these rows and rows of tombstones. Everybody who ever lived has that in common. You know, no matter how important that person was, everybody ends up 6 feet under with a slab of granite on top of them. And each of those pieces of granite, each of those tombstones, has a start date and an end date. And we all have a start date and we all have a finite ending, and that's a sobering thing to remember. I mean, you have a certain number of breaths that you get to breathe. You just used about 2 of them. And then you're out, right? But the part we often overlook, it's really the most important part of that tombstone. It's that little thing between those 2 dates, the dash. That's your life. You're in your dash right now. So what do you want from your life? What are you looking for from that dash? What's all this about? More and more people, I think, live their entire lives just distracted by passing things and never even pause to ask that question. What is this all about? What do I want out of life? What am I looking for? Maybe it's power. You want to be the boss. You don't want to spend your life working for other people's dreams. You want other people to work for yours. Maybe it's money. Man, a lot of people think that if they have money, then they'll be happy. If you have a nice mansion, if you have the right car, if you have enough zeros in your bank account. Maybe it's to be really fit. You know, if you want some sense of personal achievement, what easier, better, clearer way to get that than chiseling your body? Or maybe it's that next adrenaline rush. You want to feel alive. Or maybe you want pleasure. That'll get you what you're really looking for, right? Or maybe you just want to make a difference. You want your accomplishments to be noticed, because that'll be the sign that you really matter. Am I getting close? Have I left something out? We're all looking for something. Not that there's anything wrong with money or skydiving. Not that there's anything wrong with more noble dreams, like I want to provide for a good family. You know, getting all that stuff, that's fine, but I gotta tell you, underneath all those other things we look for in life, there's a more fundamental longing. You and me and everybody who ever lived, what if we're all kind of looking for the same thing? We all have basically the same stuff between our ears, basically the same spirit, right? We're part of the same species. We're all looking for that something. Human beings, all of us, we want to be happy. And I gotta tell you, if you want money, it's because you think it'll make you happy. If you want to make an impact in the world, it's because you think it'll make you happy. If you want a good marriage, it's because you think that marriage will give you the happiness and that sense of purpose and meaning and fulfillment that you've always been looking for. I mean, Aristotle talked about happiness as the end of every action, as the thing that we're made for. The Dalai Lama said that we 7 billion human beings, emotionally, mentally, physically, we're all the same. Everyone wants a joyful life. Blaise Pascal had a profound reflection on happiness. He said, all men seek happiness. This is without exception. Whatever different means they employ, they all tend to this end. The cause of some going to war and others avoiding it. It's the same desire in both, attended to with different views. This is the motive of every action of every man, even those who hang themselves. We all want to be happy. There was a Harvard study done over the course of 80 years. This is an unprecedented study of hundreds of people. And it wanted to gauge how they turned out in life and what made them healthy and successful in life. And the headline that summed up the study said that good genes are nice, but joy is better. And they actually found that the person's sense of happiness and contentedness at the age of 50 was a better predictor than cholesterol for how healthy and happy they'd be when they were 80. Happiness is what we're all looking for. It actually even makes you healthier. So where are you going to find it? Where are you looking to get your happiness?
Guess what would taste good right now to everyone in the car? Candy.
Hey, just look around. The whole world is promising you happiness everywhere you look.
Get the item that adds to your personal comfort.
If you buy this, if you do that, if you hit this goal, then you'll be happy.
Notice how your neighbors look with admiration as you drive out. Take the keys and see what driving pleasure really is.
So take my word for it. It satisfies.
So we're all looking for happiness, but the problem is, what is it? So often we dream too small, and we confuse passing pleasures with that fundamental happiness that we're made for. I mean, really, how much happiness do you want? How long do you want to be happy for? A couple minutes, a day, a year? I mean, ask your heart. How much happiness does it want?
If you pick up any psychology textbook, in it you're going to find the social sciences have been studying this for a long time. My name is Jim Owens. I'm a counselor working in private practice. I've spent most of my professional time counseling working with people in addictions. I think we all have to recognize that we have appetites in this life. And some of those appetites we get met pretty easily. We're hungry, we eat, we're satisfied. We're thirsty, we drink, we're satisfied. We want to achieve something, we accomplish something, and now we're satisfied. But we also have this sense that all the eating and the drinking and the productivity in the world might not satisfy us completely. We're hungry for something, we have an appetite for something in our very core of our being that just nothing on this world can satisfy. You know, we all know what it's like to have a great meal or have a great conversation. And those things feel good, but of course the experience fades away. How many medals do we have to collect? How many trophies do we have to collect? How many meals do we have to collect where we then feel full somehow? And we hunger for that experience to last, to persist, to really, if we could have it our way, to go on for eternity. I mean, if we really want to get serious with this question, I think we have to ask ourselves, if you could be happy forever, would you turn that down?
In the depths of our souls, there's a growling. There's this gaping sense that there's something more I'm looking for to fill it. And I'll tell you, you could fill your soul with everything this world could possibly give you, and it's still looking for something more. That makes no sense at all, unless there's something more out there to fill it. Or you know what? That would be the cruelest joke ever, the cruelest joke the universe has ever played on us. If you had that longing and there was no final answer to it. When we don't direct that longing, when we don't stop and ask, what do you seek to your own heart? What's it made for? What's it made to be filled by? We can end up destroying our lives. I mean, how many people destroyed their lives because they're restless? This woman didn't satisfy me. I'm moving on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And I leave a trail of broken families behind me. This drug didn't satisfy me. I'll try the next one. This amount of money isn't doing it for me. So I'll do this, that, or the other dishonest thing to get whatever it takes to fill this heart, and it's still not enough.
In the United States, 20 to 25% of us are walking around every day suffering inside a mental illness, typically anxiety or depression. It's 18% of us, almost 1 out of 5, who have pervasive level of anxiety that we live with every day. On the outside, it looks like we're a really happy society, but inside, I think you'll be surprised to see that people are very deeply struggling.
You have people with beautiful mansions and fancy cars and full bank accounts who are suffering, struggling with this very difficult question of, why do I have all of these things and yet I'm still not happy?
You know, we live in a world where the pace is so frantic that you literally can go for weeks, months, sometimes years at a time without ever stopping to even think about, am I happy? Am I really fulfilled? And life just becomes this endless, meaningless pursuit of trying to get ahead and trying to get the next thing and trying to stay on top of all of, you know, the spinning plates that I've got going on in my life.
I'll be happy when I get the degree, when I get the wife, when I get the career, when I get the accolades. I'll be happy when. This starts to get related to a concept we have in psychology called destination addiction. And we're so bad at putting off happiness. We think we're going to get it someday when we get this one thing in our life that we don't currently have. Maybe the first mission in life as an adult is to find the meaning and purpose in your life, because you will not find happiness unless you know what the meaning and purpose of your life is. You've got to know why you're here, what you're made for, and what you're supposed to be doing with your life.
In the NBA's great pool of talent, no trait is more respected than hustle. It's a burning desire to be first at everything and exceed one's own limitations. Hustle can even compensate for a height disadvantage or a lack of quickness. By giving 110% on every play, Hustle has made Bill Henslick the best he can be.
I was just the Wisconsin farm boy. There were a lot of great players. I had to figure out a way where I could play. I became a defensive player.
Johnson over Henslick, can't connect, foul on Magic Johnson.
I wanted to play. I wanted to be on that court. I was fortunate enough to have a chance to try out for the '80 Olympic team, and I was one of the last players to make it. Because of that, My draft prospect vaulted from maybe being a 3rd or 4th round pick to the 1st round by the Seattle Supersonics.
Hanslick with the steal.
When I got done playing as a player after 3 back operations, Denver started searching for a head coach. I got a call.
Well, to me, this is a special head coaching job because I want to be here. I like Colorado, and I feel I'm ready. I'm ready, and I'm excited. So without further ado, I'll just answer some questions, and we can get to work.
As the season starts off, we're all set to move forward, knowing that this year I was going to coach, the first year was going to be extremely difficult. We weren't going to win a lot of games. Our best player, one free agent we signed, tears his ACL. He's done for the season. We had other players that got hurt. It got even worse. I was playing sometimes 5 rookies. You don't win in the NBA with 5 rookies. We start off the season, I think we go 0-10. One stretch, we lost 23 straight. It looked like we may have the worst record ever in the NBA. This is brutal. It was so tough on my family, on me, the media pounding on you. That was the toughest year of my life. I'm praying to God every day. God, what is your plan for me? I was fired. I was called into the GM's office. I walk out with a box, just a box of my stuff. I'm thinking, what am I going to do now? My life had been about basketball. I loved the sport. And then that rug got pulled out from underneath me. God had a different plan. I started a foundation with my best friend, and our mission is about preparing kids for the game of life. 1998, we started our complex. It's 14 acres. By 2003, everything had culminated into opening our Gold Crown Fieldhouse. We took it from an organization that we were serving maybe 150, 300 kids to suddenly now, today, almost 18,000 kids we serve. You know, oftentimes in life, you look back and what if I got another contract extension? What if I made more money? What if I had won a championship? All those things, yeah, that would have been really cool. But would it have fulfilled me? At that time, I thought, well, yeah, maybe that would have fulfilled me. But now, doing what I'm doing, it's been incredible. The reason why you're here is to search for that meaning. When you can search for that meaning in your life, that's when you're going to find true happiness.
Everybody arrives at that place in life at one point or another where they come face to face with that big question. What's the point of it all? Is there a point of it all? And maybe at that point in time, you look at religion and think, I've been there, done that, it's got nothing for me. Maybe because religion's been presented to you in a way that just turns you off. The fastest growing religious group in the Western world is the nuns, people who don't identify with any particular religion. In the United States, nuns recently surpassed Roman Catholics. And the younger you get, the more and more people you see identifying as nuns. You know what else we're finding? More and more people are unhappy. Among Generation Z, they're arguably, according to all studies, the most anxious, most depressed, most despairing generation in history, where so many people are just trying to find a sense of purpose and meaning to life, and they're coming up empty. There could be all sorts of valid reasons that people are looking at religion and saying, that's got nothing for me. And decide to look for happiness in all sorts of other places. But I'll tell you, it's not working. What if we're throwing away religion because of what we think it is, or how it's been presented to us in the wrong way, rather than what's really there? And what if in the process, we're just throwing away the answer to every question of the human heart? It seems like we're just overlooking the answer right in the palm of our hands. It's been there all along. You know, everywhere you look, people are throwing answers to you. Answers to those fundamental questions of your longing heart. You find self-help programs everywhere. Guys, this journey This is not self-help. You know, one of the ways that self-help programs come up short is that they tell you to be happy, but not why. We're going to address the fundamental answers to those fundamental questions about the meaning of life, why you should be hopeful, where you're going to find the love that you're made for. Guys, this is going to help you in a way that you could never help yourself. Jesus' first words to humanity in the Gospel of John, kind of striking. He turned to two people who were following him, and he said, "What do you seek? What are you looking for?" He knew the answer. I want happiness. I want joy. In the depths of our souls, there's a growling. There's this gaping sense that there's something more I'm looking for to fill it. What is all this about? Not just Christianity, not just the church. What is human existence all about? We need firm answers to those questions, good answers to those questions, to live a good life, a life with meaning. We need those answers for happiness. It's time to invite the world right now to get back to the search that makes life amazing. Every dream you've ever had for an amazing life, every hope you've ever had for happiness, every longing for that love that would fill your soul, it's got an answer. Don't be one of those people who goes through life never even asking the question, never taking a step, never taking the journey. Don't go through life just existing. The journey starts today, right now. So, what do you seek?
Hello, people. Hello, people. So the question remains, what do you seek? Do you know? Are you still thinking about it? I got some comments, very wonderful comments while we were doing this. And somebody said, Ozuzu Chiamaka Ferre said that she seeks, among other things, she seeks to be sober. So I personally want to extend something, because sobriety is, it's something we can achieve in community, something we can achieve with principles, with steps. But other people say they need happiness, they need peace from God. Some of those elements are things that none of us can provide. Like, I can't give anybody happiness. I cannot give anybody peace. It's something that is internal. And ultimately, we spring from each person's idea of spirituality and the divine. That's my belief. So because I think that sobriety, being sober, that's like avoiding or abstaining or staying away from alcohol or other forms of intoxication, I think that is something that can be achieved in community through professional help, through some self-help guidelines and principles. So I want to reach out to Ozuzu Chiamaka Ferres and say, please send me a message. Let's talk about how, if there's any professional around you where you are in Nigeria, where you can go to for follow-up. At least for that one, we can support you with that. Yeah, so the other things that people said, I cannot, I don't see how I can come in there. So that's that one thing. Does anybody want to call me? You can call my WhatsApp and share what was meaningful or what struck you during this live session. Mm, what struck you? What stood out to you during this live session? What was meaningful? What was striking? You can leave it in the comments. You can call my WhatsApp and you share it with everybody. You can just type it in the comments and leave it there for others to read. So the important thing is to hear from you what actually struck you. For me, I'm watching this video for the second time, and there are series of this video. So people usually share that when while watching this video, they are expecting that this video will immediately answer the question. Um, this video will immediately answer the question like, what do you seek or what's more important? But the video did not answer it. So I want to also lift that up and say, yes, if you felt disappointed or frustrated at the end that, oh, the video did not answer the question for you, there are other series of the video. And if it's something that is needed, I'm happy to share it, like the next series, the next Sunday, or sometime within the week, so that people can continue to follow this path of introspection, this path of reflection, to seek exactly what is most important to you as a person. What will happiness mean to you? What will peace mean to you? I mean, like, what are the most important values that you hold right now? Odo Ogochukwu Faith, thank you. You're welcome. And for all those who have just joined us, you're welcome. We have shared a video that invites us to reflect, to deeply think about what is most important in life. Life, from beginning to the end, is separated by a dash. Let's say you were born in 1994 and then you die in 2045 or 2080 or 2090. So from that time, the gap in between is what really makes your life. It's the chunk of your life. It's not the beginning and the end. It's the gap in between that is actually your life. But that gap in between, we spend it in a lot of pursuits, in a lot of just pushing, like restlessness, rushing for something. Is my network bad? I'm seeing people leaving a comment about network. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay, so yeah, we are busy pursuing this, pursuing that, and I've continued to share this about like how death or the reality that we are going to end one day is one of the strongest motivations for how I live my life and how some people I know also live their lives. Just knowing that this time is just borrowed time. It's meant to be enjoyed. Wabo fumbia. Life now one time. It's meant to be enjoyed. But like, what does enjoyment mean to me? What does fun mean to me? What does peace mean to me? I give one instance. I don't drink alcohol that much. I can taste it socially with friends. I can taste it, but I'm not the kind of guy that will have it like my go-to for pleasure, my go-to for relaxation. Because I like sweet things. I like things that are really sweet. So alcohol is not sweet apart from like Amarola, Bailey, some of those ones that are like cream liquor. Yes, they are sweet, but even at that, they get my head winding up and down. I don't like that feeling. It's not fun for me. It doesn't give me joy. So when other people who like to drink alcohol, who love to be intoxicated and all that, when they go to alcohol for peace and for happiness and for relaxation, it's not my experience. So that's the question. What is happiness for you? What is peace looking like for you? These are questions that each of us need to answer for themselves. What is wrong with Zuzu Chamaka? You are carrying your picking there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ozuru Chamaka. No be your pikin they carry for there. Ah, leave me alone. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate your comments. Um so yeah, and then they talk about uh, destination addiction. Did anybody else hear that? Destination addiction. Did anybody else hear that? So destination addiction is like, I love the way they express it. I love the way they describe it. You know what addiction is, right? Okay. Like a fixation, a level of uncontrollable, lack of control around substance use, around a thing, around like a relationship with a thing, where the control is no longer very much on the individual. There's less and less agency on the human person, such that to decide is the decision is impaired around that substance or that thing or that element or whatever. So addiction is when such thing happens. I hope that psychologists will forgive my definition. And destination addiction is when people are addicted to the destination. If I just become a doctor, if I just enter America, I made it. If I just finish building my house, by the time I just marry, if I just born two, if I just leave this village, enter Lagos, my life is good. If I just graduate, once I graduate, I'm okay. Once I graduate and build a house and marry, I'm okay. Destination addiction. And we keep walking and grinding and pushing towards that destination. One example I can give you all is, since we are here in the US, I am here in the US, a lot of people here are crazy about getting green cards, getting papers. That is very, very important. I mean, you can't be here legally and do things and work or even live here with peace of mind if you don't have your documentation sorted out. So people are always going haywire, like, what do I do? What do I do? People do all sorts of things legally, I would say, to get their green cards or get their documentation or citizenship. But I've witnessed like 2 or 3 people that I know, the day they receive their green card, it comes to the mail. It comes to the mailbox, like PO box in Nigeria. The post office people will just deliver it. You will pick this letter, like you will pick this letter. It's normal, folded like a normal letter, and you open it. It's something like an ID card. That's what somebody may have paused their life journey for. Some people get married to people they don't love and even have a baby with such persons. Some people change the trajectory of their life because of that green card. Some people, the sacrifices that people make, and I'm not diminishing that. I'm not looking down on it. I'm not minimalizing it. I'm just saying that eventually, after all this process, the moment people get, some of the people I've seen get this thing, they be like, oh yeah, is this why my life has been like this? Is this why I've had to pay all this price? Is this it? Shaping that this one, I be ingot duplicates. So yeah, destination addiction is something else that keeps people busy, running on their toes, without really spending time to think about, what is my life about? What is my life about? What does happiness mean to me? What is the most valuable thing to me right now? And I invite you to ask yourself that question today. Don't just get like don't just through the day. No, take a moment, relax, check. Take a moment, relax. Ask yourself, what is most valuable to you? What is the most important thing to you? Like what is it that you are after? What is it that you are about? Why are you here? To have babies? To have a husband? To have a job? To have cars? To have money? And none of these things is unnecessary, by the way. All of these things are good. These are the things that make life, worthwhile. But as we go for them, we may want to also ask, what is it I'm made for? What am I looking for in life? Venerable, destination addiction refers to a mindset where a person believes that happiness, fulfillment, or a sense of arrival will come when they reach a specific goal, milestone, or destination. This mindset can lead to a perpetual state of striving where the present moment is overlooked. Power and happiness is constantly deferred to the future. That is the key. Thank you for bringing that out, Venerable. The present moment is overlooked. No. I cannot drink water. No, I cannot just sit down and go to a massage or even take care of myself or even eat well or sleep well. No, I can't do that. There's no time for that. I have to get that thing first. I'm not going to do. Make I marry first. Make I born first. Now me no go born. Destination addition, we forget the moment, we forget the now, and we focus on just let me get that thing first, let me get there. And then some people who have a mindset of competition, it's worse for them because they have a list of people they are comparing themselves with. They are comparing themselves with competing with other people and all that. So my goodness. So yeah, it seems like nobody was able to call to share their own thoughts. I gave out my WhatsApp number so that anybody who felt or who wanted to share something could share. And it doesn't seem like somebody or anybody is willing to do that. That's totally fine. The most important thing is as you go about your day today, today is already evening in Nigeria, today, tomorrow, or sometime this week, will you make out time to pause and ask yourself, what do you seek? You wake up, you go through the busy schedules of your life, some that are not even set by you, and you go to bed. And you repeat that again and again and again. I hope that this invitation will land well for you and you take out some time to ask yourself, what do I seek? What's most important to me? All right. I don't see any other comments or anything. I wanted to make this not so long. It's almost getting to an hour. I want to drop or share something else quickly. The problem I have noticed with our people, and I think I should just make a video on this. The problem I've noticed with our people is if you are not an authority figure, what you say is not welcomed. And then that's not something new in human dynamics because we love authority. That's why we want to cite that, this professor said that, this bishop said that, this. So yeah, the appeal to authority is something both in logic and in human dynamics. So yeah. But it just sometimes it becomes worrisome that we miss out on truth, we miss out on important things because we are not following or taking the message. We are actually worrying, why is the message coming from this particular messenger? Anyway, I think I'll do something more about that. I hope so. I want to stop now. Peace to me is when I live a good life that pleases my maker. When I am not offending someone. Peace to me is when I look around me and everything is okay. I don't have much money, but I can feed 3 square meals. I can comfortably pay my bills. I can help people around me without stress. When I am healthy and strong, that's peace to me. May it be so. Odo, Ogochukwu, faith, may it be so that the peace you seek, that you find, may it be so. Amen. I seek inner peace. Zini, may it be so that you find inner peace. And I hope that you also ask, how can I go about finding that? So I want to leave you all now. It's been a wonderful time, spending time with you here, sharing some of these ideas and also reflecting on them. There is so much more from where this particular video came. There is so much more from where this video came. There are different series. There's like series, there's another level that goes deeper and deeper to ask those questions and to find the answers. So if there is any need, if people show that they would want for me to share more of those videos, I'm happy to do that. I just love that we continue to be together as one group of friends, people doing life together, and find ways to, get to the root of really what it is. What is it that we are here for? What do you seek? What do I seek? And how can we help each other as we journey along that path? Peace be with me and you.